women, but one organization is asking, why not petites? They're challenging the modeling industry and asking agencies and brands to book more petite models.
Joining us now is founder and CEO Britney Wittes. She's been modeling since she was 10 years old and has a personal story that started her passion for petite modeling. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Okay, so let's just launch in. What inspired you to pursue this passion?
Honestly, it was kind of an accidental thing getting into this industry. It was watching that commercial, like, hey, you want to be on a TV show like Hannah Montana, Drake and Josh, or iCarly. We called the phone number, we set like some auditions up for me and my sister. We ended up going, I got into some acting classes. They would bring agents in, I got signed pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Did you hit a certain height? I mean, we hear petite, and I think a lot of people kind of groan saying there's enough petite models out there. We're talking about height.
Correct.
You hit a certain height and you just couldn't advance any further. Is that what happened?
Yes, definitely. At a certain age, they realize you're not going to grow anymore, and the phone calls just kind of stop.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And so what did you decide to do about it?
Yeah, so I decided to start Why Not Petites to just give petite models the opportunity to see that there's opportunities out there. You just have to be able to find them and find the right agents that want to take the chance on you.
And so what can a petite model do once they come to you?
Yeah, so you can come to us. They ask questions usually how to find an agency. They want to get into some classes, how to pose, runway. We help them build their portfolios. We do digital days. So anything that you need to be successful, we help set you up with.
I mean, because you're really helping someone achieve their dreams, right? Yeah. And you are still currently modeling?
I am, yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your work.
Yeah, so I'm signed currently with the Lace Talent Agency and Option One for modeling. I do anything from like Kohl's. I just did a shoot for La Marca, the Prosecco company. So, you know, it's a great thing to be able to continue still do this while also being able to inspire petite models.
I know you're trying to provide that inspirational outlet for models, but can you talk about the other side of that industry and what you do face out there?
Yeah, I mean, I would say in the commercial side, it's a lot greater because they look for petite models more, but in runway, all of that, you just see the height requirements of 5'8", 5'9", you'll go, they'll be like, oh, you're kind of short. It's like, yeah, I kind of know that, you know? Like, I didn't just wake up and lost 4 inches, but, you know, it's a lot of the backlash from it of you're too tall or, oh, we could never use you, or you have a great walk, but we have no interest in utilizing you. So it's just a lot of more, you just have to be okay with knowing your height and finding the advantages that will actually work for you.
So it sounds like you have a very supportive community, and then on top of that, you're also there to kind of guide them through any sort of pitfalls that might happen.
Yes.
I love that.
But then in addition to that, isn't your organization actually planning events themselves and has their own lines that they're bringing people through with?
Yes, we do. So we actually have an upcoming fashion show on October 7th. It's called Through the Centuries. We'll have 6 stylists. Each of them will be taking on one of the centuries. So you can see all the different types of fashions from like the 1720s up through the future even of what we think it might look like. So we're super excited to be able to bring different stylists and show just petite models.
Do you feel like that's kind of dipping your fingers into more of the designing aspect?
I think so. I do have to say, like, the goal is to one day have a petite line for a collection.
Okay, so if someone's watching this right now and they're petite and they think that maybe I should do this. Like, what should somebody know before they try to do this?
Honestly, you have to learn how to take no for an answer, because you hear no way more than you hear yes, and you have to learn how to feel that it's not personal. Like a lot of times it might be your hair is just slightly too straight, or, you know, we have a girl that looks similar to you, so we need someone who's different from you. You have to learn that it's a very like front-facing industry, but it's not always about actually what you look like. It's just they have to fit some certain specs, and you have to be okay with that.
That tough skin.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, we're ready to get this fashion show started.
Right, let's see it. So we have our first model coming out. This is going to be Marijka. She's actually our COO with Why Not Petites.
All
She
right.
is wearing the leggings are from Production Mode, which is one of the local boutiques here in Chicago. And our stylist, Bree, is the one who curated this look from our last fashion show.
That's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. My goodness.
You know what this reminds me of is the movies where people say, hey, nothing was written for a character like me, so I'm going to go and create it myself. And you guys are like, I'm going to create my own fashion show.
We are, and that's
this
why
is
we
beautiful.
Love so much. This next look is Karina. She's actually on our board. The stylist is from Andy Knight. She works for Maria Pinto. This was a fully thrifted look that's all vintage, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now that is a bold look, because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of exposure there, but you still have the jacket on, right?
Yes, there's a lot of being able to be covered, but also being able to show a little skin and feel, you know, sexy at the same time.
I love that. Nice.
Perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Very good. And our next look here.
Our last
Ooh,
but
I
not least
love
is
it.
Abby. This is our social media manager. She's also wearing production mode, which is the vest. And then the rest of it is another look from our stylist, Bree.
Now this I absolutely love. Just those neon colors, a little bit throwback to like the 90s and everything.
Yes, so she's like a little bit of a throwback plus like a cyberpunk into the future of what we might see.
Oh,
Yes. Well, let's bring everybody out so we can see you one more time.
Woo!
Fabulous.
Beautiful. And we're saying yes to all of you.
Yes.
You all get a yes.
So, and we love working with stylists instead of designers because a lot of times designers are for a size 2, which is the sample size, and 5'9". Stylists, you're able to pull specifically to fit the model's bodies.
That
love
is
it.
gorgeous. Thank
Okay.
you so much, you guys, for coming in. You can check out more from Why Not Petites and their modeling tips and tricks on their website and socials. It's right there on your screen. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. You look beautiful.
Beautiful,
Thank you so much
gorgeous.
for having us.